emerging more violence along the Israel-Gaza border, sparking an emergency UN meeting after more than 50 people were killed in clashes.
That's right, but the violence not enough to overshadow the new U.S. Embassy opening in Jerusalem. And that's where we find David Lee Miller with more on the historic event. Hi, David.
Good morning, Jillian. It was a day of mixed emotion. Israelis celebrated the relocation of the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Outraged Palestinians held mass demonstrations in protest. Monday's death toll in Gaza was the highest since a clash with Israel in 2014. 58 Palestinians were killed, among them an 8-month-old baby who died of inhalation from tear gas. More than 2,700 Palestinians were wounded. Many of the demonstrators tried to breach the border fence with Israel. The Israeli military warned protesters that the consequences could be deadly. Israel says its actions were justified and rejects criticism of using excessive force. Authorities say Hamas, which is in control of Gaza, tried to use the demonstrations to carry out shootings and bombings at the border while using civilians as human shields. About 2 million people live in Gaza. Movement in and out is restricted. The unemployment rate is more than 40%. Aid workers say conditions there are deteriorating. The demonstrators were protesting the opening of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. Hamas has called for more demonstrations today to mark the 70th anniversary of Israel's founding. As of now, a smaller number of protesters are expected to take part. During yesterday's embassy dedication ceremony, there were a few references to the violence taking place 50 miles away. The mood, for the most part, though, was festive, with those in attendance given red and blue baseball caps with the embassy logo. The U.S. delegation included more than a dozen senators and congressmen, as well as the president's daughter, Ivanka, and her husband, Jared Kushner. President Trump delivered a pre-recorded message reaffirming his decision, recognizing Jerusalem as Israel's capital. And the Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, called it a glorious day.
Thank you, President Trump, for having the courage to keep your promises. Thank you, President Trump, and thank you all for making the alliance between America and Israel stronger than ever.
A senior Palestinian leader said that the relocation of the embassy means the end of America's role in brokering any type of peace process. In addition to moving the embassy, President Trump, while campaigning, pledged that he would deliver what he called the ultimate peace deal. Administration officials say that proposal is now nearly complete. Back to you.
Okay, amazing to see the difference between the tone at that embassy and on the Gaza Strip yesterday. It's something else. David, thank you so much.